Hello there guys, and welcome to episode 11 of my Wilderness Only Ironman series. These are the goals on screen. If you wish to take a longer look, please do pause. Without any further ado, let's get on with episode 11. So naturally we are kicking things off right from where we left the last episode, which was those beautiful Laren Keys. If you don't remember or you haven't seen it, please do go out and check the other episodes on this series. We got a nice piece of Dagon High. First thing we need to do is make a load of steel knives, and thankfully we've got a steel bar drop, so we're going to go do that. I'll now present a short montage of how we're going to do it from the Enclave. So where we have improved that method is obviously taking the looting bag, destroying it, and just quickly killing the spiders to get it back. That's much quicker than going back to the bank and getting another inventory. Another way we've improved now is being able to bank at the Enclave, because it does mean that it's a slightly closer bank. Now we're not using Edgehill. And finally, the final way that we have improved the method is by using these pools. It means that we can pretty much run there and back continuously. 46 smithing from making these knives. 47 smithing. 53 range whilst training smithing and hunting the looting bag. That is all of our steel bars smithed, and we now have 2,705 beautiful steel knives. I think before we do the Chaos Druid grind, it's going to be really worthwhile going to the Crazed archaeologist and grabbing ourselves that red d'hide bodies. So look forward to a few Crazed archaeologist kills. So some Crazed archaeologist kills allows us to flex our new Dagon High. The drop that I'm after is a red d'hide body, which is a 1 in 32, so shouldn't take all that long. But some other drops that I'd be happy with is the Odium or another Malediction Shard. Why not? Some spare rune crossbows wouldn't be too bad either. The prayer potion drop is going to be nice because they're pretty hard to come by, and of course Onyx bolt tips would be some cash. Or the Fedora, a 1 in 128 would be a bit of Fashionscape, and it's a rare. So there are quite a few drops that I'm quite happy to get here, but the red d'hide body is what we're after. Okay, so we are now up to 20 kills on the Crazed Archaeologist, and whilst we didn't get anything that we actually do need from the Crazed Archaeologist, we did get a lamp, and this lamp is incredibly important because I'm going to be putting this lamp on crafting, and it now means that we have 5 crafting, which means we now have a viable way to train crafting. The way I'm going to be doing that is gold rings, so I'm going to go do that now before I kill any Crazed archaeologists, because a enchanted emerald ring means that I'm going to be able to teleport back to this place. It's going to make killing the Crazed archaeologist much quicker. So let's go get some gold ore and superheat it. So the way in which I'm going to be getting the gold bars to get the crafting up is the 2 gold ore spawns here. I'm just going to grab them both and then hop and just keep doing that. Fill up the looting bag, superheat all the ores, and just keep doing that. Shout out to Wildanator, who is also a Wilderness Ironman, but he's an ultimate. I saw this method on his videos. I'd seen the gold ore here before and I knew it was going to be useful, but yeah, the reason that I'm doing this is because I've seen it on his videos previously. If you don't already follow his progress and you'd like to, it's literally just Wildanator in YouTube, as in the Slayer Master. I accidentally pickpocketed the rogue when I was trying to grab the gold ore, because I took my attack options off because I kept attacking them, and we got ourselves 34. I'm actually thinking I might pickpocket some towards the end, because we're regenning our HP at the Enclave. It's just free thieving XP, and it means that we don't have to use food later down the road. We did miss it, but as you can see from the chat box, we just got level 48 smithing from superheating these ores. I mean, as far as wilderness methods go, this is not too bad in terms of magic, smithing and thieving XP. I'm averaging 4.5k thieving, 6k smithing and 15k magic. Not too shabby. 35 thieving, 36 thieving. So we have now looted and superheated 285 bars, so let's see where this gets us on our crafting grind. 7 crafting, which now means we can make gold bracelets, which is an extra 10 XP per bar. Coming in with 10 crafting, I've actually noticed that over here there is actually a gold ore spawn, so it could just be worth possibly picking up there, but that's something to test for the future. 20 crafting. So I've slowly collected a few sapphires and emeralds, and this is level 22 crafting, which now means that we are able to make the sapphire necklaces, or the games necklace, so we will be getting a bit more XP per gold bar. So hopefully that will get us as close to 27 for the emerald rings as we can get. 25 crafting. So I didn't have enough sapphires to make games necklaces to 27. However, there is a sapphire spawn up here, and in case you didn't know, the enclave has a canoe system, so I'm going to be able to canoe from the enclave to the wilderness chin area. So just a piece of information, the enclave does actually include the canoe system. And what a beautiful sight, there is 27 crafting, which means we can now cut emeralds and make emerald rings, which with the introduction of the Ferox Enclave is a huge upgrade. So that is all of our gems used up and all of our jewellery made, and obviously these are absolutely colossal upgrades. This one that can take me straight to the Ferox Enclave is just absolutely insane, so happy with that. Now we've got a nice easy teleport back, let's go kill some more crazed archaeologists and hope to get that red d'hide body. And there it is, guys, the red d'hide body, and oh my Christ, I've just realised you got me 60 range to wear it. After all that, the grind that I was wanting to get it for, I thought, you know what, I'll get it for the Chaos Druids. You got to be bloody 60 range to wear it. Anyway, it's knocked out, so it doesn't matter too much. It's fine, we've got it, it's not a waste of time. And funny fact, we got it in kill count 32, which is exactly the drop rate of the d'hide body. We also got some other really nice goodies, just some supplies and stuff. Didn't realise it dropped this, but that's a really nice drop, obviously, because I can make some more rings out of that. We've got a couple of surplus amulets of powers, because no doubt we'll lose them. We got the fedora, which is always cool. You know, let's have a little look at that. Let's tip our fedora to the red d'hide body. Nope, that's removed. Yeah, I'm such an idiot. Because you gotta have 60 range. But there we go, there's the fedora. So yeah, pretty successful haul and 32 kill count. Let's finally get on with some Chaos Druids, not in our newly acquired body, because we can't actually wear it. That's our first trip finished up at the Chaos Druids, and it's always nice to see the looting bag and the inventory here, because obviously they just drop a shit ton of herbs, which is brilliant. That's another trip done up at the Chaos Druids, and to save space and just banking all the time, I've stopped picking up the Gorms and Marintils just because there's no point in them and I'm not really going to be using them. But another nice looting bag and inventory, and of course we're picking up all the mithril bolts, and they're going to be really useful for the fanatic going forward. There is 11 Herblore, and that's a really important level because it now means that we can clean Tarrymen. We've got for 211 just cleaning Gorms and Marintil. I'm hoping I've got enough Tarrymen banked that I'm going to be able to get to level 12, and then I can start making strength potions and we can start some proper Herblore training. Okay, so absolutely we have more than enough Tarrymens banked to get the level. We only needed 38, we've got 85, so let's clean these up and get the level. Oh, I did just miss it, but we've got ourselves 12 Herblore, which now means we can make strength potions. That is all of the herbs now cleaned up, and that's 13 Herblore. We are obviously going to need to go and get a lot more limpet roots, but for now I just want to pull a couple out just so we can make not all of those, just so we can make our first few strength potions. So let's just pull these out. And here we are making our first strength potions, which actually with low combat stats are actually going to be pretty useful. 14 Herblore. I did touch upon it in the last video, but our best way to get Herblore XP is going to be with the restore potions, because red spider's eggs are really easy to get. I can just pick them up from the Edge Dungeon, and I can use the grimy Harrowlanders, which are pretty common really. Now the large part of the Chaos Druid grind is over. Well, I say over, we're going to have to kill tens of thousands in the future, but initially, to be able to make strength potions, let's go kill some hobgoblins and get some limpwork roots, because that's going to be our best source. A trip up at hobgoblins finished, and we've got a very nice looking inventory and obviously a very nice looking looting bag. Lots and lots of limpworks. They do take a while, however it's not as bad as some of the secondaries like the Eye of Newts that would just be absolutely terrible. I am running low on knives, so I'm going to have to go and make some more soon, but we are getting closer and closer to that 61 range, and that is just going to be beautiful if we kill in the fanatic. There we have ourselves 60 range, which is obviously a huge level, because it now means that we can use our red d'hide body we get. We had just about enough knives to get ourselves there. We have loads of limpwork roots in the inventory, and we also have a looting bag full. As you can see from the bank, we now have enough limpwork roots to mix with our Terramin potions, so let's get that done and finally actually properly start training some Herblore. There is 20 Herblore, and that's quite a nice level, because it now means that we can clean Harrowlanders. So within the wilderness, there isn't anywhere marked on the map which provides a water source. However, within the ruins just up from the enclave, there is actually somewhere you can fill up your vials to be able to do Herblore. Unfortunately, and for whatever reason, it's not on the map, so that's a little bit strange, but it does actually in fact allow you to fill up your vials. Another interesting thing with it is, as soon as you say fill bucket, it does just say bucket. It says you don't have a bucket, but if you actually use the vial on it, it does allow it for whatever reason. I'm not sure whether this is intended or not intended, but obviously it's something I'm going to utilise. It's my only way to get water-filled vials, other than going to the Chaos Druids. We have now used up most of our Terramins, however we have now got ourselves a level 22, which is really important, because it's a level that we can make super restores, which is going to be our best way of training Herblore. Unfortunately, I will just be emptying some of these potions and pretty much all of the restore potions, because I'm going to need the vials to make other potions. This is the area in which we'll be using to collect the red spider's eggs, and once again, just a quick reminder, we're getting a few people in the CC, so if you fancy popping in, saying hello and dropping by, please do. And just there we are, grabbing ourselves 25 Herblore, and we can now clean Ranarr weeds. That is pretty much all of our herbs used up, and that got us 28 Herblore, which is a really nice improvement. I do really want to get myself 61 range this episode and kill some Chaos Fanatics, so to do that I'm going to be going back to the Chaos Druids, because they're going to drop some herbs which will aid us within our Herblore grind again. But to be able to do that I need to make more knives, because I've completely run out. So let's go to the Wilderness Resource Centre and go and make some. Coming in with 50 smithing, and I've just realised that I'm going to be superheating these bars because it's way easier. It goes from making about 700 an hour to about 1400 an hour, which is a huge difference. It does mean that we're risking a bit more in the nature runes, and every 1,000 knives I make, it costs me about 55k in nature runes, but it's totally worth it for how much quicker it's going to be. That's a nice way to get ourselves level 80 magic through superheating these bars, and that now means we can cast Charge Spell, which means we actually have a viable way to hit 30, albeit costing a lot of runes. That is all of the nature runes used up, and we've got ourselves 2,000 iron knives, so let's go use those on the Chaos Druids, get ourselves some Herblore supplies, and also get ourselves that 61 range that you really want. We are just about to get ourselves an absolutely huge level, which is 61 range, which obviously means we can now use the rune crossbow. I am just going to finish up this inventory at the Chaos Druids and fill up my looting bag, but as soon as we get back, let's put that rune crossbow to some good use. So, finally have the 61 range, so let's see what our little ranging setup looks like. We can finally wield the rune crossbow, and there we go, and we're actually starting to look somewhat like a normal account and not just some wilderness peasant. So, the final thing to tick off the easy list is going to be a Chaos Fanatic kill. So this is the setup I'm going to be taking. Let's go slay him. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that that did not end too well for our first attempt. But never fear, we're a little bit foolish to take all of our mithril bolts. However, we have lots and lots of points, so let's go to the rewards of Krystilla and buy ourselves some broad bolts. So, I have spent 700 reward points on 5,000 bolts. I assume that's where the majority of our points are going to be going. I don't want to use them all for now, but 5,000 should see us through for a little while. Well, I think it's fair to say that I am fantastic at getting rare drops on the first kill. Those 67 nature runes are a 1 in 1,365 chance, which is rarer than the pet. Right then, I feel like that's a really nice place to leave the episode, because that does mean that we have ticked off everything within the easy tier, and we are starting to make a bit of a chunk in the progress of the medium. We have made a ton of progress in this episode, and a huge milestone is getting that rune crossbow, and it now means we can spend our points on bolts, and that just unlocks an unreal amount of content going forward. If you made it this far in the episode, as always, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate all the likes, subscriptions, and kind words. I really can't wait to crack on with the next episode, and I'll see you guys there. Thanks very much for watching, and goodbye.